What up, Buck Lightning here? Another road blog. Wayne, my co-host on the Metal Hand of God podcast, posted something a second ago, and I'm not taking shots at Wayne. I'll punch that motherfucker if I feel like it. He posted this video, like something that bugs the fuck out of me, and that's these YouTube prank videos. I put prank in quotations, and the reason that they piss me off is because, alright, here's the thing, even if I don't like what you do, I respect hustle. If you're out there, you're working hard, and you're being creative, and you're putting forth effort and thought into what you do, I'm fine with it. I'm fine, I'm happy to see people making a living doing shit, But these fucking prank videos, they're not even pranks. They're just fucking retarded shit that people do. It's like 19 times out of 20. I don't think I've ever seen a clever prank video on YouTube, Facebook, wherever people post it. It's always the kind of shit that you would do if you were 5 to 10 years old. The classic prank that you think of as a child is you put a bucket of water or goo or some shit above a door sill, and somebody walks through and it hits them, and look, you dump shit on them. The problem is that it's barely what you would even call a prank. It's not clever. The person has no way of knowing you put something above the door sill, and they had to walk through. So you didn't really trick them. You're just being an asshole. Now, granted, as a child, that's funny and it's acceptable. When you see these guys, primarily, it's usually frat bro type guys, and they're late 20s, early 30s, more than old enough to at least have some sort of intelligent, creative thought. So the one that Wayne posted, it's sort of the kind that most annoys me, because the first one, the guy walks up, and it's very much like the door sill thing where he's I made my friend breakfast, and then he just dumps food and milk all over the guy while he's sleeping. It's it's hilarious, and then the guy jumps him and they roll on the floor and fight. It's hilarious. Yeah. And then this the second prank, I don't know which is which, because they both do this to each other to make money. And so one of them is taking a piss at the urinal, and the other one jump kicks him in the rib cage, and the guy's head slams against the marble wall, and he hits the floor, I believe hitting his head again. You could genuinely kill someone doing that. I'm not being a pussy. If you hit your head hard enough on something, you could get you could kill someone doing this. And I've seen plenty of pranks like that are very violent, and you're supposed to laugh, but it's not funny. You just don't have a sense of humor. You just don't know what's funny. A sense of humor requires you simply to know the difference between a joke and what's not a joke. It doesn't require you to find something funny or not funny. In this case, the reason I'm saying that it's not funny and it's not really a joke is because anytime physical or mental harm is applied to someone, it is no longer a joke. Even if you think it's funny, that's not a joke. That is an assault upon someone. Period. That's not me not understanding the difference between a joke and not a joke. That's you not understanding the difference between a joke and not a joke. And I'll give you, I wouldn't say I'm all for pranks, but I'm fine with pranks if there's actually something to them. And I'll give you a perfect example. I was never a big prankster, obviously, as a kid. I'm sure I did some here and there, just like any other kid would. The only one that I remember was I was 19 years old, and I was with some friends in a car. My friend Michael was the only one that drove, And it was me, him, our friend Jessica, and one of my best friends, Lloyd. And he wasn't a very good driver. He just started driving like less than a year earlier. And there was some sort of incident where he almost hit a police cruiser. Cut to like 3 days later. I'm with one of my best friends, Chris, at 2 in the morning, and we're bored. So we decide to go and hang out with one of my cousins and play a prank on Lloyd. So we have my cousin call Lloyd up and say that, you know, he's Officer Brown, and 3 days ago you were in a blue Honda Civic and you hit my police cruiser and you need to come in for questioning. Which, you know, fair start. It's 2 in the morning, scared the shit out of him. So to make it worse, I then called him because we weren't home. I called him and pretended that the cop had called me and said, what are we going to do? And should we blame it all on Michael? Which is kind of fucked up. But, and this went back and forth, and I called him a few times. And the prank ended up, like, falling apart because he ended up calling my house. And, so he was pissed. Like, I'd woken up his mom. I actually felt bad about the prank later. And, but whether you find that funny or not, and I'm not explaining it in a funny way, mostly because I felt bad about it, but that required some thought and cleverness. It wasn't just like, oh, hey, Lloyd's walking around the corner. Let me throw things at him. Let me hit him with eggs. Like, that's not a prank, you know? And the thing that trips me out is, like, these people make money. Like, there's one group of fucking idiots that, I mean, I guess this isn't criminal, but part of me feels like it should be. They dress up in, like, stereotypical Muslim garb, like, not like the robes, like, not necessarily how most Muslims dress, certainly in America, but how you think of people like Saudi Arabians and stuff. And they walk around the robes, and then they drop a backpack, and then they yell and they run, and people think it's a bomb, and that's the same thing. They do it over and over again, and that's the joke. That's the prank. Hilarious. People who look just like you murder people in that way, and you're tricking them into thinking that you're doing it. Aren't they stupid for believing something that actually happens? Yeah. Oh, well, you know, like I mean, if you think about it, like, would they wear the robes? If they were really going to do that, would they wear the robe? Would you fucking take that chance? If somebody walked up to you who looked like a stereotypical Saudi Arabian, dropped the backpack and started running, would you just be like, that's bullshit, that's not a bomb? Like, by the way, it makes your people look terrible too. I mean, we shouldn't view things that way, but it does. It really does. And also, like, you know, if I asked one of my black friends to dress up like, you know, the 1990s, you know, well, I guess we didn't have to go back to the 90s, like one of the Bloods of the Crips, whatever, and like pull out a fake gun in public, would people consider that a joke? Would that be hilarious? Would people be showing it like on YouTube and high-fiving each other and saying, oh, isn't this hilarious? Share this video? Fuck no. I would be fucking retarded to ask a friend to do that. They would be fucking retarded for agreeing with it. And I would hope that anyone that I'm friends, I'm taking this too far, but you get my point. Then there's another one that I saw the other day. Philip DeFranco, who's a big time YouTuber. He did this video where he actually cut ads on it because he wanted to speak his mind without having to like deal with people or have other companies associated with it. But it was about this YouTube channel. I don't remember what they're called. It's like Daddy something. And he was going through some of their videos and shows. So it's this family of like white trash pieces of shit. They've got, I think, 4 or 5 kids. And their whole deal is that they do horrible shit to their kids. And they call them pranks. Like, one of them, like, I guess one of the most recent ones was they put disappearing ink poured it all over the carpet in one of the kids' rooms, and then started screaming at the kid and claiming that he dumped, and they were gonna beat his ass, and like all the like just fucking. And the child is like crying his eyes out. He's probably only 10 years old, and like this is fucking acceptable. First of all, like, if your pranks revolve around you tricking a child, like a literal child, there aren't even fucking words for how fucking stupid you are, and I'm not going to go too far. You can go to Philip DeFranco's channel and watch that video. It's pretty horrifying. It genuinely made me feel sad for humanity, and these people make money. Like, part of their justification is like, look at all the cool shit we buy these kids. We buy video games and all that. Like, you're trading your child's like mental health. You're abusing your child and justifying it by saying, well, but we bribe them. I don't know. I just, like I said, like, if you're out there doing something, even if I think you're a complete piece of shit, if you're out there actually doing something that requires talent and effort, I can at least respect that. But like all this prank shit, like it's the fucking lowest common denominator. It's like a stand-up comedian going and doing fucking fart jokes. It's fucking childish and pathetic, and I don't know. It fucking irks the shit out of me. Fuck all those pussies. Buck Lightning, Metal Hand of God, Grim Grinning Host, all that good shit. Go check out all our stuff. I'm out.